So school-wide, we use the PBL expectations. PBL stands for Positive Behaviours for Learning. So it's about phrasing behaviours that we look for at school in a positive way. Things like use walking feet, raise your hand if you'd like to talk. In the junior school, we have a really big focus on being safe, following the positive behaviours for learning. So the 4 domains that we follow are be safe, be respectful, be responsible, and be a gem. When the preps are starting school, we spend a lot of time learning about how to be safe at school, remembering things like using walking feet, keeping our hands, feet and objects to ourselves. As the year goes on, we start to look more at how we can be respectful at school, how we can be kind to other people, remembering things like raising our hand if we want to talk. We also look at how we can be responsible at school, so things like completing our tasks on time, being prepared for lessons. We also finish the year by looking at how we can be a gem. GEM stands for gratitude, empathy and mindfulness. So we look at how we can be thankful for what we have, how we can be empathetic for other people, and how we can be mindful here at school.
In the middle school, children have a firm grasp of PBL. In the junior school, they have been introduced to the positive behaviours for learning, being respectful, being responsible, being safe and being a gem. Coming into grade 3, we've re-established those positive behaviours for learning. There's a big growth in the children as they come into grade 3, moving from the junior school to the middle school, and it's really important that that consistent approach at St Jude's is still seen through the years. We have explicit lessons in what positive behaviours for learning are and what they look like in the middle school, and we continue that through into grade 3, 4 and then on into grade 5, 6. The Berry St model for education really fits in well with our positive behaviours for learning, as it really helps the children to have a sense of self, to be able to be more aware of how they can be responsible, be respectful, be safe and be a gem through that Berry St model for education. We look at how students feel in their bodies, about how they physically react to different emotions, what their face might look like, building on that emotional intelligence, feeling when they might be anxious, feeling when they might be worried, and seeing the difference between the feelings of when you're excited or sad. So the children get a real sense of that sense of body. Once they've established that sense of body, it also helps them to be able to communicate their feelings better when they're getting ready to learn. So we have this concept of being ready to learn, and when the students understand what that means, they're able to engage in their learning. So we start off our learning with a welcome circle at the start of the day. We use our names in a positive way. We understand what's expected of us and what we expect of each other, and we then build those relationships with each other in the classroom. So the positive behaviours for learning and the Berry St work really well together with the body, the stamina, the engagement, the building relationships, and then the students building their sense of character.
So in the senior level, we begin the start of the year with what we call a swell week, and then each term also has a swell week. This is in regards to student wellbeing. Swell week engages what we know as our PBL, which is our positive behaviours for learning. Within this PBL, we have a matrix which breaks down our school expectations into how we want the students to learn and observe indoors, outdoors, transitioning around the school, their behaviours in the bathroom, as well as behaviours outside of school in our school community. Our PBL is broken up into lessons, and this is what we run through at the start of each term. Our lessons are broken down into behaviours that we expect and behaviours that we don't expect. We teach the students to role model what we expect of them in these different areas, inside, outside and so on. And then we hope that they progress and show these as role models of the school. Within our PBL expectations, we really push for each student to be a gem, and by this I mean that they show gratitude, they're empathetic, and they're mindful in all their actions. We also want every student to be their best self, and this is a slogan we use across the school. We use the Berry St education model because students encounter challenges every day, that can affect their learning at school. Some of these encounters include ongoing stress and not meeting classroom expectations. The Berry St model provides strategies for teachers that enables classroom engagement. Our hope is to improve the self-regulation of students, the relationships they have, their well-being, their growth, and of course their academic development.